Hi, everybody. Today we're going to be talking about the Oklahoma State Capitol and the many different places it's been located at in Oklahoma. This is the first state capitol. It was located in Guthrie. It was required to be in Guthrie because of the Enabling Act of 1906. The Enabling Act is what's going to enable Oklahoma to form a state constitution and eventually pave the way to statehood. It was done by Congress in 1906, and it had a stipulation in the act that Guthrie must be the state capital at least for 6 years until 1913. So this is just the place it's going to be. And so you see people that are going to be moving to Guthrie because they believe it's going to be the capital. The Guthrie's preparing by building buildings and places to house a legislature and different agencies that will be part of the government. It happens in Guthrie. Charles Haskell, however, was a Democrat governor of Oklahoma, the very first governor of Oklahoma, and he said that Guthrie was a nest of Republicans. He didn't like what the politics that was going on there, so he wanted to move the state capital. And so he called for a vote throughout the state, and there were three choices on this vote. One of them was remain as Guthrie, Shawnee, or Oklahoma City. And Oklahoma City, which used to be called Oklahoma Station, had the highest population of those. And when he learned of the vote count, the day of the vote, he learned of the count and the total of it, he gave orders to his secretary to go to Guthrie to collect the state seal and bring it to Oklahoma City. Here's a picture of the state seal. This is the state seal of Oklahoma. I've done another video describing all the things that are in this state seal. He went there at night. And whereas there wouldn't be a huge fight or conflict, and he showed the order from the governor to collect the state seal. He got it, and he took it back to Oklahoma City. Now, there's lots of stories about how that happened. It did happen at night, but some stories is they took it and he hid it in some laundry, that he rented a car, and there was a massive car chase, and he went backcountry roads to get back. Some of that may be true, or some of it may not be. I'm not really sure, but we do know that he took the seal back to Oklahoma City, and he took it to the Lee Huckins Hotel. So this officially becomes the second state capital. It's in Oklahoma City, so it's in a hotel. They didn't have a building. They didn't have any place to conduct the business of the government. And so the governor operated through here. Guthrie is not going to be happy about this. I mean, they started building everything. They were preparing for having a future as the capital, and they believed that it was just stolen from them. Here's a plaque from the Fogarty Junior High Oklahoma history class in 1954. So like 40 years or 30 years after the seal was taken from Guthrie, and this is what it says. It says the building was the state capitol where the state seal was stolen from here and taken to Oklahoma City on the night of June 11th, 1910, thus moving the site of the state capitol. The first University of Oklahoma was located here in 1892. It operated as such for 2 years. So even 40 years later or so, they still believe that the seal was stolen from them. They challenged it in court and said that they were violating federal law by moving it to Oklahoma City. It was challenged, and the response to that was that the federal government can't tell them, a state, what they're going to do. And the courts are going to side with them. It was okay for them to write that in the Enabling Act, but once Oklahoma became a state, then it wasn't the federal responsibility to tell a state how they had to have their capital or any of their different services. So the courts upheld the move to Oklahoma City. So Oklahoma City is going to start finding a place to build a capitol. 650 acres of land were donated at the present site, and this is where they're going to build the capitol. You can see here there's still oil wells all over here on the Capitol grounds. There's still a working oil well on the Capitol grounds to this day. It was not built with a dome on it. At the time, there was some cost overruns and materials were hard to get because they were in the middle of World War I. And so they decided to build the Capitol without it. One of the only capitals in the nation that doesn't have a dome on it. And it operated for that way for probably 75 years or so. And you can see a picture here. This is a picture of the state capitol as some sort of a protest in front of the Capitol in the 1990s without a dome. So they decided that they wanted to build a dome on top of the Capitol. They did so in the late 90s. They built the dome on top of there. It took several years and millions of dollars to complete. At the top of the dome, they put a statue called the Guardian. This is a 17-foot tall, 4,000-pound statue of an Osage warrior, and this is on top of the dome. Very beautiful. This is a look at the dome from the inside, and they have holes through the different levels that you can just look straight up at it. Very beautiful place to see. Here's a picture of it in the outside when it's completed. Inside the Capitol building, there are many different murals and paintings and stained glass. Very beautiful artwork all throughout the Capitol. Different pictures of different people that are famous Oklahomans. Wiley Post and Jim Thorpe and the Five Ballerinas. Mickey Mantle, and of course Will Rogers. So this is a look at the picture of the state capitol. I wanted you to make sure that you know that there was actually 3 different locations for the state capitol and the events happening surrounding the removal of the capitol from Guthrie and placing it in Oklahoma City. Thanks for watching. Have a great day.